Yesterday at my workplace, I did an oopsie. And what is it? I think I closed my eyes because I was very, very sleepy. So I think my senior, or two or three of them, three of my seniors, like saw me, closed my eyes for a bit, and then, told me to step aside from my position for a bit, to talk to me or something like that, like to ask me if I'm okay or something like that. But it was really embarrassing. And also, I've been procrastinating for the past few days. This past weekend, I also kind of procrastinated. So, it's not a good thing because I wasn't able to do my podcast. But anyway, before we start our story, our oopsies, allow me to introduce. My name is the Procrastinator Mo, bringing you another episode of MowMent. So welcome. How was your weekend? And I hope you had a great weekend, because I did. I think I did enjoy, but it was really, really unproductive. So I kind of, do you ever get the feeling that if you're unproductive on weekends, that you feel kind of like, do I really deserve this? Or like, why didn't I do some like productive stuff? Like I literally didn't do anything. Like I just sat down, I did some little cooking and some cleaning and laundry, of course. The always must do every weekend. But other than that, I just watched Netflix. I just watched YouTube with my girlfriend, and I kind of felt like I wasn't unproductive. So I was kind of mean to myself. Do you ever get that feeling? Also, if you're not productive, or if you weren't able to do some productive stuff, I think, do you ever get that feeling? Because I did. I mean, people may tell me that it's okay if I'm unproductive, that I'm gonna be able to do those stuff like in next time or something like that. But I've always wanted to go to this seafood restaurant together with my girlfriend, but we just left after I went home. So I just kind of felt, like, you're so lazy. Why did you do this? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Like, you're so unproductive, lazy or something like that. So I kind of felt, kind of also felt bad. But I think I think it's okay. But I don't feel okay, in a sense that like I should have done something, or even just the podcast. It's just the bare minimum, because I've been working hard from Monday to Friday. So I think it is. So weekend is the only time that I can do my hobbies or some stuff, but if I rest, so I'm not gonna achieve anything, right? It's just me and my work relationship thing and not my hobbies, that I want to turn into a professional someday, or like podcast, right? Or like content creation, vlog, something like that. But anyway, when it comes to my oopsie at workplace, of course I slept. But the story here is that last week was our midnight shift, and we usually start at around 5 p.m., 5:05 p.m., and up to like 3:00. I think 1:40 a.m. the next day. So for Friday, it will be around 5:05 p.m. Friday, and then 1:40 a.m. on Saturday. And then we usually have like overtime around, I don't know, I think 1.5 hours, 1 hour and 30 minutes max. But last week we only did, I think 1 hour, or I think it was around 1 hour and 25 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes, something like that. But we finished at around 3 a.m. So 5:05 p.m. to 3 a.m. Saturday the next day. And then I went home at around 3:30 a.m. And I told myself that I'm not going to sleep, because if I sleep, then I won't be able to adjust my body clock. But after I went home, I took a shower, I took a bath, and then I did some of my dishes, wash my dishes, and then I watched YouTube and Netflix together with my girlfriend. And we just you know did some random talks, and then until we felt sleepy, and then we slept at around 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. I guess. And then my girlfriend told me, "Aren't we gonna go to this said restaurant? And then I think we should sleep so we can wake up." But then we weren't able to wake up on time because we already woke up at around 4 p.m. Saturday. And then I told her, "No, no way." Oh no, it wasn't 4 p.m. It was around 5 or 6 p.m. And yeah, I felt bad. I felt really bad because I wasn't really able to do something. And I told myself that if if we weren't able to go to this restaurant, to this seafood restaurant, I could have at least, done some recording on my podcast, but I didn't. I just slept. So, I was kind of mean to myself. I was kind of attacking myself. And I think, yeah, I know it's, yeah, of course, the usual toxic one. And then I told myself that if I wasn't able to adjust my body clock on Saturday, then I would probably find it hard to adjust my body clock on Sunday and even on Monday. And yeah, it was the truth because on Saturday evening, I just stayed awake and watched YouTube and Netflix. Yeah, again together with my girlfriend, and I just just cooked and yeah did my laundry again because I knew I usually don't do the laundry like in one go. I usually separate from white clothes and like colored clothes, and then I do it like uh in 2 to 3 separate time, so I won't like feel like tired from doing chores or something. And then after that, um I just stayed awake until it was already Sunday. And then on Sunday morning, I think it was already 7 a.m. I told myself, no, you should not. I should not sleep or something. But I just fell asleep. And then I woke up at around 3 p.m. Sunday, and I told myself, no, okay, this is not gonna go well. And then I might not be able to sleep tonight for my day shift tomorrow. And then yeah, of course I wasn't really able to sleep. And then I went to work on Monday. I just decided to do some shorts when it was around 12 a.m. and then I finished at around 3 a.m. or no 2 a.m. or something like that. And I thought I was already tired, and I would like and I would like sleep even for 2 hours. No, but I didn't. I was on my bed. But I was like completely awake. I wasn't holding my phone or anything. The room was also dark, but I was still like very very awake. I went to work. I stayed awake until I got up at around 5:30 a.m. It was already time to prepare to go to my work. I went to my work for the first 4 hours, I think. Every 2 hours we have a 10-minute break. So the first 2 or 4 hours, yeah, it was still fine. And then after that, the lunch break comes, and then the next 2 hours after break, I started to feel sleepy, but it was still bearable. And then 10-minute break again, and then the next 1.5 hour. The last schedule will be 1.5. It's not like the complete 2 hours, so it was just 1 hour and 30 minutes. I started to feel sleepy, and it was so difficult. It was like I was battling myself. So I was trying to battle, but since my work is a physical one, I work in a factory. I usually work very very fast, but yesterday my seniors noticed that I was working really really slow, and then I think they saw me like close my eyes, so they told me to step out of the position for a while. And then my other senior, who was also with me, they told me let's name him Mr. Y. They told me to exchange with Mr. Y, and then I stepped out of line. They told me if I was okay, if I was like feeling sick or something like that, and I told them like my head just hurts. I didn't tell them that I didn't have any sleep, but I just told them that I lacked sleep, so that's why I felt sleepy or something. And then it was also a perfect timing that they told me that they are about to put me in a position where Mr. Y was doing. So they told me just to exchange position with him. And yeah. And then today, I mean from that moment until today, and I think yeah, it's still gonna continue. Um, still in the future, I'm going to do the I will be in the position where Mr. Y was. And today, I think I did pretty well because I was fully charged. I slept all last night, so I didn't have any problem. But it was just really embarrassing that I felt kind of sleepy last night. I did an oopsie at my work, but I hope I won't do that mistake again. But anyway, if you also have some oopsies at your workplace, I hope you will put them. I hope you will write them down on the comment section below, so we'll be able to read those. Read those like funny situations or like scary oopsies or funny oopsies that you did or you experienced at your workplace. So please comment down something and tell us a story, and maybe I might do a podcast dedicated to that oopsie stories. So come on, comment down. But anyway, yeah. But so far, without any like lack of sleep or sleepiness, yeah, I always do well. I think I am such a workaholic guy, I guess. So right now, I still feel like energetic, but I recently started to feel like I always get tired. Maybe because of I put too much stress on myself. Like I need to save money. I need to save money. So I usually work overtime almost every day. I mean, every day we always have overtime, and sometimes they ask me if I'm available at Saturday, so I can like work for like half day, and then I always say yes to them because I really want to save money. So I think it's also another toxic trait of me because I usually say yes to like Saturday work instead of like just resting on weekends. But I think it's just the way it is. I really, really want to save money. That's why I always say yes to work. But this coming April, next month, that will be the first time that I'm gonna say no because I'm also planning to do something, especially for podcast and content creation. I want to do some content creation. I also want a break. So I mean, like I also want rest on Saturday. So yeah, I am gonna say no to them for the first time. Wow, workaholic, ours workaholic, but of mine would say no to Saturday work. Unbelievable. Yeah, but anyway, there are lots of oopsies that I also did in my workplace. Like I already had 3 or 4 lates, although I didn't have any like sudden absences at my workplace. And this year is already my second year working in that company, but I didn't have any absences, like sudden absences. I always ask for permission if I want to have take a leave or something like that, because some people just take a leave without any permission or something, and I think that's not good because I think you always have to like ask for permissions or something. But I had some late records. Sometimes I wake up late, or sometimes I just like turn off my alarm, and then I just find myself waking up to a call from my company. Where are you? You're already 1 hour late. And I was like, oh my god. And then I just like become the fastest person in the world to prepare, wear my uniform, and then like put some food in my lunchbox, and then like go straight to work immediately, something like that. Those funny experiences. But luckily my company like doesn't really like scold or something. But I know that they know that I really, really take full responsibility of my tardiness, because it's embarrassing. So I think they are not saying anything, but they know that I feel embarrassed. So yeah, I as much as possible I try not to be late, despite being so tired from my work. But yeah, every day is a struggle. Every day is a struggle. And aside from that, I think it was last week. I forgot my phone in my apartment. I went to my job. I went to my work without my phone, and I thought I was already bringing my phone. I just noticed that I didn't bring my phone because in my car, when I turn on the engine, and I usually, I bought this Bluetooth device to connect my phone to my car speakers to play some music using that Bluetooth device that I bought on Amazon. Usually, I always hear Bluetooth connection success, but that was the only time that I heard waiting for connection, and I thought I didn't bring my phone, but I was already in my car. I already left my apartment. So I told myself, do I really have to come back to get my phone? It was already Friday though. And I told myself, nah, it's already Friday though. So I think I'm just gonna hold on to this, or I'm just gonna leave my phone and let's see what if I can really. What do you call this? Gamang. How do you say gamang in English? Like if I can really hold on to myself despite not having any phone at my workplace or something. And then at first, I was kind of feeling fine, although I felt kind of bored. But it was during lunchtime that I really needed a music or some music to, I always listen to music when I eat during lunchtime at work, but I didn't do anything. It was so quiet. I can only hear the people around me talking, with my workmates around talking. And then during the 10-minute break, I had nothing to do but sometimes stare at a wall, and then sometimes I just I just observe other people do something, like they sometimes they just I just see other people like laughing together or something, and then I just observe people, and it was kind of boring. It was really kind of boring, but at the same time I also kind of felt progressive. Progressive because when I went home, I usually park my car and browse my phone and like spend some 30 minutes to 1 hour on my phone watching like YouTube, Instagram reels, YouTube videos or something. But that was the first time that I did not think about my phone. I just thought about like doing some house chores. Like I have to wash my lunchbox, I have to do this, or I have to clean my clean the floor or something like that. That was the first time that I thought about that, and I immediately left my car after I parked. And then when I went to my bedroom, I saw my phone. That was the only time that I said to myself, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I also miss my phone, so I'm just gonna browse my phone." And then I browsed my phone for the next like 10 minutes, and I just told myself, "Hey, I thought you were gonna do this. Oh yeah, oh yeah." I just realized that the phone is kind of a distraction, but at the same time, it's also an entertainment. But it's just that sometimes it hinders my decision to do the job that I'm supposed to do, or the house chores that I'm supposed to do, because since I'm already entertained, my body just decides to like rest or be in a state of rest, because I'm already holding my phone and watching some videos or something. Where in fact, I realized that I had to lessen my phone usage or something. But right now I'm back to the usual self. Like I can't do anything without holding my phone, or like I have to watch YouTube videos every now and then, so I will be able to entertain myself or something like that. So I think it's not a bad. I mean, it's not a bad thing to watch YouTube videos, but it's a bad habit because sometimes I forget to do some house chores. And even today, after I arrived, I just browsed YouTube for 2 hours, and then that was the time when I realized that it was already 2 hours. That was the only time that I realized that, hey, I still have to wash the dishes. I still have to like cook rice. And yeah, it's not a good habit. I know, but it was just funny that I left my phone left my phone at home, and yeah, it was kind of funny. But I also kind of felt productive. I'm so sorry, productive. It's not progressive, but productive. I also felt productive without my phone because my brain really works when it comes to decision making. And yeah, my memory is also kind of good. Like, yeah, I remember I also have to do this one. I also have to do that one. So yeah, thank you for listening. This has been MowMent. Have a good weekend. No, have a good weekday. And I hope you're gonna survive. We all gonna survive this weekdays. Maybe I'm just tired, so my the words get messed up. I'm sorry, but yeah, have a great week.